Feels like Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday today because of the Monday, and I was running errands on the Monday instead of being at work. Gee, it's chilly today. I need to get some food in my belly. I was gonna run down to the bakery and grab a pie, but then Hannah's like, "It's not Friday. It's not Pie Day Friday." I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine." So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run and get some bacon. Because instead of having Pie Day Friday copyright. Instead of having Pie Day Friday, we're gonna have Bacon Day Wednesday. What is it? It is Wednesday. Yeah. Does that work? Probably not. Hang on. Hey, we got there. All right, that'll work. So yeah, that's the plan. Is I'm gonna go get some bacon, grab some bread, and crack on with my day. I had how much sleep did I have? None. No, I did. I went to bed close to 1 o'clock, just getting a few things done, and then had a little bit of time to think, and just chat with my subconscious, I suppose, is probably the best way to put that. Basically, I worked up until close to midnight, and then scrolled TikTok for a bit, which is not good. Really, really not good. I need to find a better way to decompress at the end of the day than just scroll social media. It's bad. But then Zia, in all her love, and she's very cute and she's very lucky she's cute, got me up at like 5:30, I think it was. She got me up at 5:30. Oh man, the heater in this car is so much... The heater is so much better than the other one. Anyway, I'm gonna miss this car. She got me up at 5:30 because she needed to go out to the toilet, and I was groggy, as you can imagine, because I'd only slept a couple hours, and she just wanted to get up, whatever. And then she goes and bashes Hannah's door, and I don't know what it is about Zia knocking on Hannah's door that wakes me up instantly. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You're gonna wake the baby. Don't wake the baby. Yeah. So I got up 5:30, let her out, looked at the fire. There was a little bit of coal, barely. And I decided, hey, look, I don't want this fire to die. So I put the last bits of timber that we had on. Oh, the steering wheel's heated? Come on, that's just mean. I want that. Oh, stupid. So I put the last bits of timber on, blew the thing for probably over an hour, just to make sure it sort of stayed lit and stayed hot. And that's where we are now. It is, what is the time? Roughly 7:30. And I've been up, I blew the fire until about 6:30, and then I've just been working. Yeah, so the joys. It's busy. This is busy. This is probably one of the busiest seasons I've had for a couple of years. Normally I'll have a end of year, oh my goodness, I better pick up my game, but this has been a August one. So it's one of the busiest periods I've had in a very, 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 very long time. I'm excited. I'm enjoying some work, which is good. It's a very excitable period of time in my world at the moment. And I have a fire in me, not under me. Although both, actually. Normally I light a fire under myself, so I have to do the work, and I have to do what I have to do. But you can hear the terminology, the language, it's a have to. Whereas now I've got a fire in me as well. The kind of work that I'm doing is inspiring me, and it's making me excited to get up and do the work. So that is my story for today. I'm going to go get that bacon, literally get the bacon, and then I'm going to come home, eat, and then I'm going to get that bacon. Alright, peace. I'll see you later in the day. Like I said, I'm going to make a conscious effort today to break up the pattern. I know I've got a lot of work, but I'm going to make a conscious effort today to break up the patterns a little bit, make a plan for this weekend, because I need to create some time to rest. I really need to create some time to rest. So I need to be conscious about that. I need to be deliberate about that, and I will be. That's my plan. That's my goal. So later in the day, I will talk to you about the plans that I have for this weekend to rest. Until then, happy morning. All right, I'm checking the calendar. Double checking. Good. This weekend, we have nothing on. Confirmed, 100%. No doubt about it. So, what I'm thinking. Sunday, I propose. Me? I'm vlogging. Is that okay? Actually, I'll talk to you.
Oh, thanks.
What I'm thinking is on Sunday we go for a picnic somewhere, even if it's just around the corner. Honestly.
I think we should go into town to the park.
Yeah. And then Saturday, I'm gonna cut down a tree.
Oh.
You help me.
Oh.
You can just drive the truck. Hey, buddy.
We also need to pull off the mask of that golden shower light.
Pull off.
Through the trellises.
Yeah, we'll deal with it. We'll do it.
We got backfillers that are backfilled. We got a lot to do.
We do. But we're gonna have a weekend of rest because your boy needs it.
Your boy needs it, but here's four things we want to get done.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm sad. Anyway, so Saturday we will take down at least one tree. There's one tree that will be easier to do than the other one, and then there's one tree that'll be a bit more difficult. You coming? Right. You guys are coming. I'm gonna put some of this firewood inside on the fireplace. Excuse me. So that I can go and cut more firewood with my handy dandy chainsaw that now has a brand new titanium blade. We love a titanium blade because it means, or should mean, no you don't Hilda. Hilda wants to go outside on an adventure. Titanium blade should mean that it can go longer between sharpenings and would be more durable basically. But it works well. Do you know what is probably the biggest change of all though? The previous chain that I had on my chainsaw was so old, it was missing teeth. So, like, don't. Oh, these cats, man. They're gonna run outside. Naughty. Yeah, so having, like, you know, teeth on a chainsaw to actually be able to cut makes a difference, it turns out. Previously, like, something like that, right? Not a big piece at all, just a little one, would take about 50 seconds to get through. Close to a minute, right? That took 6 seconds with a new chain that actually has blades on it that can actually cut some timber. So that's good. And this is really nice timber, actually. It's burning beautifully. I don't know if you can see it. Let me... It is! Look at it! Hang on, whoops. Ah! Ta-da! Oh, such a beautiful fire. Honestly, just gorgeous. I'll make sure... Oh, it's still there. Yep, good. So what I'm doing is just moving the old timber. Going to put it up on the fire so that it can dry out and be readily available to be put on the fire. And then I'm going to go cut some new timber with my new chainsaw's chain with the old chainsaw. Does that make sense? I'm going to go cut some timber. We also, Hannah's done some cooking. Hey! I was literally just saying Hannah's done some cooking. Alright, she wants me to show you. Give me a sec, I gotta shut the door. She's like, they don't look great, but they're nice. They are nice, I just ate 2. I'm not sure I was supposed to eat 2, but I did, because they were good. So she's found somebody online that does like, oh, you know, this is what you should introduce to your kids and when. It is basically a dough made out of flour and banana. And then apple and, I think she said honey. Is that right?
I didn't know what you said.
Banana flour. I
wanted to tell what was in them. So the dough is banana, essentially self-raising flour, but it didn't have self-raising flour. So it's banana, normal flour, and baking powder. And then the filling is apple, honey, cinnamon, coconut oil.
Nice.
I think that's it.
It's good.
And so like the dough, it actually doesn't taste too banana-y, but it's really lovely. I think that would be delicious with like some warm with custard. And you can freeze them. I was thinking of making a bunch and freezing them as snacks.
There you go. They're quite nice.
I found a bunch of new easy
Don't follow me.
child-friendly recipes. So I'm going to get to try them out before he starts eating solids.
Eating solids. Steak.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there, baby. Who's that? I thought you were going to sleep, sir.
Yes, we shall put him to sleep.
Yeah,
This is Zia.
I see Zia. There's Zia. Zia's like, I thought we were going to cut timber, Dad. Where is she?
Oh.
There she is. I thought we were going to cut wood. I will.
Alright.
I'm just bringing out the old wood.
Say
Good night.
Hi, Daddy.
Good night, Charlie. Wait. Good night, Charlie. Bye. Bye. Good night, Charlie. Oh, Charlie's going to go for sleep. I am going to cut some timber, and then I'm going to get back to work. Luna, you coming out? Luna was going to come out. Good girl, Luna. But the cats must stay indoors because they are menaces. Alright, I'm going to do this load. I want 2 hands just because the cats are getting very close to the door. So I'm going to unload this. I'm going to get... Whoa! Yeah, I definitely need 2 hands. I'll see you at the wood pile. Alright, so... wood pile. That's the bucket with the red back on it from last night. Here is my handy dandy chainsaw. So what I'm going to do, now that I have a new... I don't know, hang on. Can I show you or not? For example, maybe... There we go. It's missing teeth. So this, those who are not familiar with chainsaws, like I wasn't a couple of days ago, that hooky thing, if it'll focus properly, is the tooth. You got entire sections of chain that have no tooth. Not great. So couldn't even sharpen it. But then you got this new big boy here. And he's got longer blades, titanium coating, and overall just seems to be a better... I mean, well, the big thing I think is it has teeth. Everywhere it should have teeth. So that's a plus. I'm going to cut some timber. Check this out. Super easy. Let's do this one. Let me prime it. Now. Whew. 6 minutes. 6 minutes, you ready? That is insane. Much quicker than it used to be because I have been avoiding that pile of timber for so long because I hated chainsawing, right? Because chainsawing took forever and, it just wasn't an effective use of my time. But in 6 minutes, I've just provided about 24 hours of heat
to the house. Also, not a lot of people like, apparently, this is just something that I've learned, not a lot of people like these smaller bits of timber. A lot of people would prefer, like, the big logs that are chopped up and split. Which, the good thing is, that means that timber like this, small stuff, will go free a lot of the time. This whole lot that I got, some dude, I went to his place to go pick some bigger bits. He's like, oh, these bigger bits, it's up to you if you want, whatever. He goes, but some of the guys want some of these massive pieces. I'm like, yeah, look, my chainsaw's not big enough anyway. It's just a 16-inch. But then, I was like, okay, I'll take the sticks. Sticks work. They'll burn. There you go. More surface area too. So that's how I managed to heat my home for 24 hours in 6 minutes for free. Take that, electricity companies. Going back inside. So there you go. 6 minutes. For a whole new barrow load plus. You see that on top of the fireplace there? Look at the cats, they love it. Yeah, so that'll take us through to tonight at least. And then a full barrow load out the door. Is she coming or not? Zia? Zia? Guess not. Alright, Luna's good. Luna's my perfect angel. Come look at this. Look at this. This one, you're my perfect angel, aren't you? Yeah? Yeah? You know that meme that's like, you have your first kid and they're an angel, so you decide the second one's a good idea and then the second one's crazy? Luna was my first one. Hey, you okay? You got some anxiety today? No, darling. So Luna was found on the street, a couple months old, years and years ago. And I discovered her while I was on a work trip and I was sitting in a bath in my hotel room in Darlinghurst, Sydney, New South Wales is what I'm looking for. And I found her phone. Here's Zia, knocking on the door. Give me a sec. You okay? You alright? She's a bit stressed. Luna gets a bit stressed sometimes. Don't you, sweetheart? You okay? Hey, Zia, wait. This one? Good girl. Other one? Can I have the other one? Oh no, just this one. Okay. Good girl. She's okay. She looks sadder than she is. Yeah. Are you right, mate? Just trying to tear through the door? So yeah, Luna's my good girl. Luna gets a bit of anxiety sometimes. And Zia has no fears in the world. Isn't that right? You're a good girl, you got no fears. Luna, don't look so sad. Okay, Luna looks sad. Anyway, so I gotta head back to work. I don't really have much time for a proper full lunch break. Got a lot of work at the moment. A lot of work. Might boil the kettle, make another coffee. So this weekend, I will have done just a stupid amount of work this week. Trying to fill a kettle with one hand and didn't know what we were playing. And I'm going to need rest. I also have to do something on the weekend, or I feel like I've wasted a weekend, because there is a lot to do. So I might limit myself. I'm going to, unless I have overhang from the week, so like, content that I've got to write or whatever else. Preferably not. I'd rather get that wrapped up this Friday, although there's a chance that could push out that I can already foresee. So we'll get there. I didn't put that on. I just filled it up. I didn't put it on. Scatterbrain, man. Scatterbrain. So I'm going to limit my work then to tidying the shed a little bit, tidying the back deck a little bit, and cutting down a single tree. That's it. Which, the tree thing sounds like a big deal. It's not. It's an old tree that is dead, termite-ridden, and will come over very easily. So it'll take me a whole of, 3 minutes to chop it down, maybe another minute or two to nudge it off the driveway, and that's it. Cool. So that's my plan this weekend. And then Sunday, church, which I believe we'll just do a live stream from home again. And then we'll do a picnic lunch somewhere, I think. Because it's a beautiful area of the world we're in, and we so very rarely get to actually really benefit from it because we're always busy, always busy. So I'm going to try not to be busy this weekend, especially on Sunday. We'll watch church, and then we will have a picnic. That sounds good. There we go. My deliberate plan for the weekend. I'm going to go. I'm scatterbrained. I got a lot on. See you soon.